YouTube, this is Geographic Scholar, and this video will be filmed outdoors. It ties into my topic and gives sort of a more woodsy feel to it. Now, this is another video about les voyageurs. In this case, I'm going to talk about black people who were involved in the fur trade. Now, in the fur trade of the 17th, 18th, 19th century that was taking place in Quebec, Ontario, Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and many areas along the Mississippi River and the St. Lawrence River, it was mainly French fur traders, Native American involved in the fur trade. However, there were also black people who were involved in the fur trade as well. Most people do not know that. There were black people who were part of the fur trade. Not nearly as many as there were French and Native Americans who were part of it, but there were black people who did make their contribution to the fur trade. Many were slaves, and there were also many black fur traders who were free people. And there's one you should know about, George Bonga. As you can see, that was a picture of George Bonga. Now, George Bonga was born to a black fur trader and an Ojibwe mother in Duluth, Minnesota. He was one of the first black people to be born in Minnesota. Now, he was born in Duluth, Minnesota, be educated in Montreal in Canada, returned to the Great Lakes region, became a fur trader and a wilderness guide. Now, if you're a wilderness guide, you gotta know your geography. You gotta know how to navigate the land. George Bonga was legendary. He could speak French, English, and Ojibwe, and he caught the attention of Louis Cass. And he was hired by him because he was a great canoeer, paddled up the rapids with ease. And he was 6'6". He was a strong man. It was said that he could lift up to 700 pounds of furs and supplies all at once. And he was also legendary because he managed to track and capture a man accused of murder in January. Now think about this. This is Minnesota, this is January, and he's spending 5 days and 6 nights tracking an accused murderer. He was able to do that, and it was legendary. He was a big contributor to the North American fur trade, and he was widely known in the Lake Superior region around Minnesota. And he was known for, he was a wilderness guide as well, And after the fur trade started to decline, he was resourceful and went into earlier forms of tourism. He opened lodges in Leech Lake in Minnesota and Ottertail Lake in Minnesota. And that is George Bonga for you. There's more to research. I would like to thank James LaForest. He runs the Red Cedar blog. It's about French-Canadian history, and he sort of gave me the idea to do this video. So, James LaForest, I thank you for giving me this idea. You should check out his blog. It's in the description box below. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe.